Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day in this ridiculously ugly market for the moment. We'll just put it that way. Trying to stay positive here, but it sucks. There's no other way around it. So you're not wrong in thinking what you're probably thinking about just how trashy the market is. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make sense a little bit of what's going on here. Typically when we see these type of lower lows established, the price will essentially recover, at least until the next higher low. And generally speaking, when we see this kind of price action, this is more of a manipulative wick where the price action pulls all the way down, sweeps any leverage between here, basically between 81 and 82,000, and then will recover on its merry way. Not a guarantee, of course, by any stretch, but lately the way the market's been moving, we're seeing these significant manipulation waves followed by a corrective pattern or an impulse wave back to the upside. So wouldn't be surprised if we see something along those lines here, just faking everybody out into a short position. The price goes exact opposite of what should happen. We're seeing this quite a lot. Unfortunately, it's difficult to kind of gauge and try to anticipate. I would say probably stick close to tighter trades versus, longer, more swing trading right now. And if you do swing trade, make sure there are tighter margins, making sure you're securing profits when you can. We were half into profit on our long at 83,500, and now we're half into the red because of that, right? So that's just kind of how the market will move. It didn't bounce off that $82,000 to $83,000 support like it should have. We're presuming, or at least we may need to presume now, that 82,000 is a new resistance. I'll show you on the charts here what that looks like, but if we don't close above 82K, I'm going to be a little concerned here for us. Having said that, we take a look. Liquidation delta, we'll look at that next year. Liquidation in general here for the last so forth days. We were right up here at about 84,000, 83.5 when we looked at this yesterday, right? We had this sea of liquidation above the price action, but 84,000 holding like a champion. Like that level is like a brick wall right now. So we want to presume that level is we're going to need a lot of volume to get into that, or at the very least retest it. Between here and there's not a lot really kind of saying that we are going to instantly recover. It's probably safe to presume that we go down to 80,000. That's just kind of the presumption I'm giving you. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. Obviously, we know how the market is, but simply put, if you can expect the worst and hope for the best, you'll probably be in a lot better shape. Look at this liquidation delta. Instantly shifted blood red here down to 5 billion in shorts. That leads me to believe we're probably going to see some shorts getting squeezed out here, just based on how manipulative the market is. I don't know how many times I can say manipulation in a video, but I'm probably going to set a record today. Okay, so again, just kind of reinforcing that. Now, it doesn't mean that it's complete manipulation just because there's selling pressure. There's a lot of fundamental crap going on in the world right now, and the crypto market's very uncertain. Traditional markets took a pretty big hit this morning too. So it's not to say this is like exclusively manipulation. It's just that when you see these type of things, these key level supports that are supposed to hold, and they just blast straight through, it's like these massive whales are effectively just selling all at once. It's not people like you and I, right? It's not retail means very little at this point. All that being said, though, we can see 81,000 here as that local area that people bought in the most. People such as one specific party, likely those who have a tremendous amount of volume to put in at that one level, they essentially went long at 81,000. So 81K tentative support level for the moment. We can see resistance at about 83.5, that previous potential support level that did not hold very strong. All right, so that's kind of where we're at there on the back end. When we look at the front end here, we're going to recognize that it's pretty much the same as yesterday. The summary here is that the daily time frame is super bearish. There's no reason to really consider taking a long position into this resistance until we close over that $84,000 mark. It's just reinforcing itself as a strong resistance. We've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row trying to break 84,000 and hasn't yet. Granted, you test something more and more and more consistently, the more likely it is to break. So that was the presumption that I had yesterday. I presumed we were going to see the price break through that level. In fact, we did break free from our descending trend here and broke free from the bullish flag pattern. So that was a bull flag breakout, but it fizzled out once Asian markets opened and went straight down from there. So what does that put us here? Well, we've set this lower area of local liquidation here. Decent chance we see a recovery to the 82K range, which is really pretty much right. We're knocking on that door right now. But I think the key takeaway is that closing above 82K is going to be important for us, because not only is that like kind of a key fib level here, it's the local low. And if we close below that, it could spell further downside. Okay? But we are back again under 50 on the RSI. Big surprise here. We lost our SMA. Money flow index is low. There's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't take a long position right now. which again is the funny thing. That's almost the reason why you should take a long position. That's how crazy the market is right now. Every time we get these bearish type of patterns and signs, the price goes right up. As soon as we get bullish confirmation, the price goes straight down. So you can literally apply the reverse logic of what seems practical, and you'll probably find some success with that. Granted, the problem is with that, you don't know when they're going to just start, trending and going with the trend, and just everything's all sunshine and rainbows. But as soon as it feels like it's going to break out, we keep getting hit hard. We had a massive order block yesterday here at 84,500. Price ripped down, did not hold support, lost our point of control. We got to presume now that the 83 to 82K range is going to be a resistance. It sucks, I know, but that's just how it's supposed to work. Does it always work out the way you want it to? Definitely not. I know it certainly doesn't work out all the way that I want it to. Thankfully, we've been profitable this month still, and even though we're tentatively in the red on these trades, I don't foresee us seeing sub 70K range here. But once more, I've been proven wrong plenty of times in the past, so we're gonna have to give it time. Our local fib level here, 0.618, that's kind of a support range. That's basically 80,000 even. So hypothetically, 80 to 81K are our two support ranges here for us. When we look at the cloud though, we're clearly breaking bearish. Like there's no other way around it. But me personally, it's hard to want to short the bottom and what feels like the bottom right now. I know it's a tentative bottom, but shorting right now to 80,000, even though it's practical, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody who does that, it gets destroyed because they're doing that, right? It's an interesting market that we're in, but I would just say for the next 24 hours, steer clear. Don't worry about trading. It's one of those situations where we're not in a prime place to trade, even though yesterday felt like that. So I know it's kind of frustrating. Just take a day off. It's okay. Reset your batteries. Come back when we have a new market, which is kind of a joke, honestly. The market right now is just consistently crappy, and there's no other way around it. Anyways, all personal bias aside, or all frustrations aside, the best thing to do in situations like this when you feel like this is to take a step back and to not really worry too much about it. That's generally what I do. So I'm probably not planning to trade today because of how ridiculously frustrating the market has been recently. Okay. So anyways, just some friendly advice. That's kind of where we're at there. Hope this made sense and I described it correctly. And I will look forward to working with you in the future. Again, if you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below. We're at least all coming together and, crying together or, happy and sad all at the same time, right? Anyways, have a good rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks again so much for your time. Take care of yourself out there. Bye-bye.